It is April 12th, 2024. Let's go over today's trades. Let's get Top Step working here. What am I doing? Okay. Um, Up 1,200, almost 1,300 on the session. Let's go over the trades we took. So we can see how the session opened. We had a big sell-off overnight. Big sell-off, kind of where we were getting short from in the previous session. I was really expecting us to see bullishness though. My God, like I was really expecting a bullish session coming in today, and you can see what happened here. Just getting chopped up out of one, two, three, four, five, six. I think six trades. We were down like a grand on the session, and then we finally just started to kind of scale in. I mean, I would say this isn't good. This is like kind of desperation trading or something. But our entries were okay. But we were really expecting bullish pressure. We just were not getting it. As we started to really catch wind what was happening, we started to enter some shorts. We had some really nice ideas here that we didn't hold. Took some longs here that we got out of, got chopped up on one. And then I think our best trade was, yeah, this guy here. Was these shorts here. And then we had another we had some weird, we were kind of ranging here, but we started to get kind of towards the end of the session, so we kind of just walked away. But even our short ideas here weren't bad. Let's look at the main display here. A lot of downward pressure coming in. Let's go over. We were getting short, so this 210 area. No, we were getting long. Excuse me. 210. Yeah, we were getting this whole way down. We were getting long, and I guess it's just worth noting that we were taking longs and just areas that they were not key levels. They were not, key important levels. See, 176. We start getting in 192. So we started scaling into positions here. We got long again, 192 here, here, and here. So I think the context we're missing is that we had this, we broke down this major market profile area. I think we were actually getting short here, I believe, 198. It's a little further up. No. So at 198 on this pullback here, these were actually really good entries. But I don't know what the hell the market's trying to accomplish right now. It's being very bizarre. Looks like we were getting long here as well. And we got out. It was a breakout pullback of this kind of half gap. And then this level here was kind of our, it looks like our major target was this low node. There's also a low node on the NQ. So there's a point of confluence there. We were debating whether to get long here, but there was so much downward pressure where we didn't feel like it was a good idea. Let's just look at the VWAPs here. See, we were pretty much just, kind of, fast trend, slow trend down. So much downward pressure today, and just kind of like inverse correlation on the delta. I mean, we had 43,000 contracts of buying here, and we were moving down in price all day. So they were just flooding the sell side, not letting this thing come up at all. Yeah, so this breakout kind of pullback of this major kind of composite high was going to be our best entry. Let's see what time these happened at. We'll go over look at our entries too, but let's see. This happened at 11:46. Yeah, the timing today was also bad. Like it was just there was not a lot of great opportunities. Like the timing points didn't seem to be didn't seem to be accurate. Let's look at the top step chart one more time, just so we can see where we're taking these trades. So 9:30, we took a long. 9:50 at 10. 10:15, we were just getting chopped up. Let's see. At 11, there was some kind of like reversal, small reversal. And then pretty much at noon, big sell-off. Let's look at the weeklies here. This is we're trading mainly around this. So big sell-off from this kind of mid-pivot point. Really, I mean, a small bounce here. This is before the open, I believe, though. Yeah. I think we came and retested this. This whole area here, I think, was kind of it's just a very choppy place to trade in. I mean, I wasn't really digging this at all. Kind of had, support at this low node for a second, came back up. We retested this mid pivot point, and a little bit above it. And there was these kind of entries that were based around, these ideal places, these point controls. But we were just kind of trending down. We had this big gap here. So, I mean, and we saw that the market was probably trying to cross this gap. I thought maybe we'd see something crazy and see another gap run. Maybe, to this 104 area was very significant. I was looking to get long at 139 or so. Um, kind of the completion, and it's right before this gap starts. So I was looking to hold here and kind of monitor from here, see what happens, and if we start to see buyers having a hard time pushing this forward, looking for this big gap jump. But now we basically crossed this gap, and now we've just been stuck inside of kind of this area right here. So kind of a very strange day to trade. It's just I went into it with such a strong bias. NQ did this kind of same thing. Major sell off, kind of supported at these major composites. Um, these breakout pullbacks are really, really working nicely. I'm starting to see the advantage of that because guessing the bottom can be a risky game at times. So we have this other low node that hasn't really been tested. Um, we're trying to experiment. We're going to fuck around with using this the drawing value area tool. It'll give us kind of multiple points of confirmation, hopefully. So we and it's so hard. NQ is tricky because the gaps are so ugly looking. It's hard to understand what the fuck is going on sometimes because there's all these high nodes. So I try to kind of try to smooth out these edges with my eyes. But clearly, low node here, low node here, low node here, and then maybe some kind of point of control area right in the middle. But looks like we crossed this gap. Same thing, cross this gap to here. We found buying here after and then we pulled back, retested this kind of lower point of control, and then really dumped from there, and then crossed this profile area, even though it's not a gap. And we had previous value here, so we kind of just rotated this previous value. Now we're stuck inside this range, and we were hesitant to get long, even though these were good long opportunities. We were hesitant because we kind of had conflicting signals on ES here. You see, we had taken out these recent lows, so it really sold off. So there was buy pressure here. There was a lot of buy pressure at these low nodes, but on ES, I mean on NQ, we still have all these lows here that we haven't run yet. So I was really afraid that we were going to continue to see this thing sell off and look for this kind of confluent gap jump, just see a ton of aggressive selling and maybe jump this whole gap here, and maybe look for a mid pivot long at this very low. We were kind of eyeballing this level here. This was very important. So overall, man, the beginning of the session really fucked us up. We're lucky that we came back. I won't say we're lucky because we were trading in a not key area, not key levels, and we're just getting chopped up. And we went into it with such a heavy bullish bias, where we kind of let it cloud our judgment, and we just fought way too many times for that position. So we're lucky we even came out of this alive, I would say. These breakout pullbacks can be beautiful. They're much safer trades to take. Reversals, you just don't know. But nonetheless, we're doing a good job overall reading context, kind of, not want to say revamping, but we're just refining our levels every single day, refining our narrative and context, and kind of finding, areas. Some of these large point of controls are just real brutal to trade in. So don't know what to say. I don't think there's anything else to say. Yeah, we'll just call it there. It's kind of an abnormal day. I'd say this is an abnormal day, but it's a Friday. Weird Fed news. So I don't know what the fuck the market's trying to accomplish right now. It was like unknown to me today. I mean, we came out ahead and we had good once things started to develop. It started to make a lot more sense. But you know, man, yeah, I don't know. It was very hard to find edge today. We'll just call it there. There's nothing else to talk about.